What is the biggest house in the world at present? Homes are unquestionably the most prized belongings of a human being. They are the principal means of demonstrating the social standing of its residents. Number 10. As the world's largest living residence of a state head. Indeed, it is the biggest palace and royal residence of the world. This massive royal dwelling is several times larger than the Palace of Versailles and the Buckingham Palace. The palace is the house of Brunei's Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah. The palace stands on the banks of the Brunei River, several kilometers south of Brunei's capital. Istana Nurul Iman is a massive white construction with golden domes and minarets. Breathtaking views of the palace open from the nearby Persiaran Damuan Park. Curved roofs of the buildings and the huge golden dome of the palace mosque rise over green trees. It is also worth to enjoy the looks of this extravagant palace while taking a boat trip on Brunei River. The name of Istana Nurul Iman means palace, from Malay Istana, of the light of faith, Arabic Nurul Iman. The palace was built in 2 years and finished to the attainment of Brunei's independence from Britain on January 1, 1984. More than $1 billion was spent on its construction. Number 9. A property fit for a king. Few properties invoke the spirit of Belle Époque quite like Villa La Leopolda in Villefranche-sur-Mer, in the Alpes-Maritimes department on the French Riviera. Built on land once owned by kings, the villa became a billionaire's party pad, the beautiful backdrop to several notable films, including one by Hitchcock, and received mentions in some popular books. Villa La Leopolda sits in 18 acres of land, perched in a prominent position with sweeping views of the sea, and overlooking a verdant valley with pine forests. Overall it paints a breathtakingly picturesque vista. Edmond and Lily Safra. Despite owning a penthouse apartment just 10 miles away in Monaco, Lebanese-born Brazilian banker Edmond Safra and his wife Lily purchased La Leopolda in 1987 to add to their portfolio of properties. They commissioned the award-winning Italian architect, interior and product designer Renzo Mungiardino to create the opulent interior design. Style guru Micah Ertegun was commissioned to create her magic on the decoration of the second-floor bedrooms. The Safras were renowned for hosting large and Number 8. Buckingham Palace is a London royal residence and the administrative headquarters of the monarch of the United Kingdom. Located in the city of Westminster, the palace is often at the center of state occasions and royal hospitality. It has been a focal point for the British people at times of national rejoicing and mourning. Aerial view of Buckingham Palace during Queen Elizabeth II's official 90th birthday celebrations in 2016. The principal facade, the east front, was originally completed in 1850, and was remodeled in 1913 by Aston Webb. Originally known as Buckingham House, the building at the core of today's palace was a large townhouse built for the Duke of Buckingham in 1703 on a site that had been in private ownership for at least 150 years. It was acquired by King George III in 1761 as a private residence for Queen Charlotte and became known as the Queen's House. During the 19th century it was enlarged by architects John Nash and Edward Blore, who constructed 3 wings around a central courtyard. Buckingham Palace became the London residence of the British monarch on the accession of Queen Victoria in 1837. The last major structural additions were made in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, including the east front, which contains the well-known balcony on which the royal family traditionally appears to greet crowds. A German bomb destroyed the palace chapel during the Second World War. The Queen's Gallery was built on the site and opened to the public in 1962 to exhibit works of art from the royal collection. Number 7. Bel Air Mega Mansion. We got a private look inside the 105,000 square foot mansion, which was sold at auction on March 3. The 105,000 square foot Bel Air Mega Mansion, which took well over 10 years to build. For starters, the one has an enviable location. It's perched atop a lofty hilltop and enjoys 360-degree views of the bustling city below. Imagine being the king of the hill and really standing on a property where you're looking down an entire city, Rainey Williams tells Rob Report, and all the while you have a complete compound that encompasses everything you love and everything that's important to you. It's true that the 21-bedroom property appeals to almost any hobby or interest. For the automotive enthusiast, there's a 30-car garage on the subterranean level, complete with 2 turntables for showcasing your most bragworthy Marquess. If you're more of the fitness type, the 3rd floor has its own gym and lap pool. Number 6. Whittenhurst Mansion. Just how big is Whittenhurst? It's difficult to verify the accuracy of the house specs, but this is what's circulating online. Sprawling 11 acres, the home is 88,000 square featuring of pure luxury. For the longest time, it was one of the largest homes in London, second only to Buckingham Palace. I think there might be a new home in Mayfair now that has taken that title, but Whittenhurst is still one of the biggest properties in the UK capital. Whittenhurst is thought to have 65 rooms, 25 of these are bedrooms, spread out over 3 floors. These include a drawing room, study, Chinese room, billiard room and a gallery hallway. According to Wikipedia, it also has a 70-feet ballroom that boasts oak flooring, walnut panels and cornices with gold leaf. This is all hearsay though. There isn't actually a citation on Wikipedia, where I found a lot of this info, and the house appeared to be in disarray according to a New Yorker reporter who visited the home in 2008. Number 5. Sanctuary at Loon Point. Inside California's most expensive property listing. The Sanctuary at Loon Point is second only to Jeff Bezos' Warner estate in value, with a cool $160 million United States dollars asking price. With 650 meters of coastline, 9 hectares of lush landscaping and 14,189 square feet of indoor space, the estate is split into 2 grand residences, Ocean View and Bellevue. Both residences boast beautiful swimming pools, epic sea views, and terracotta tile roofs, and famous neighbors like Ellen DeGeneres and Kevin Costner. The property's 2,129 feet, 649 meters, of coastline cliffs and 22 acres, 9 hectares, of lush landscaping is divided into 5 parcels featuring 2 distinct estates, known as Ocean View and Bellevue, with both connected by a private, gated road. The homes have been carefully positioned to take advantage of the natural contours of the landscape and maximize the ocean views. Both homes feature stunning Mediterranean-style mansions crafted from the finest materials from around the world. Terracotta tile roofs. Number 4. Versace Mansion. The former Miami Beach home of fashion designer Gianni Versace. The wrought iron gates of the Versace Mansion, lined with the designer's signature Greek key pattern and Medusa logo in gold bas-relief, have been a fixture of fascination for passers-by on Ocean Drive ever since Gianni Versace's untimely murder on its steps in 1997 at age 50. With a velvet rope and stern security guard ever present at the entrance, curiosity about the lavish world that exists beyond those gilded gates lends the home its mystique. It's not open to the public for tours or a look inside. View of the seating area and fountain by the main entry. Versace Mansion history. The historic mansion was built in 1930 by Alden Freeman, who modeled the Mediterranean revival marvel after the Alcázar de Colón in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. It was purchased by the fashion designer in 1992. Versace's presence on Ocean Drive and the flashy celebrity parties at his mansion were a hallmark of South Beach's glittery resurgence in that era. While the property has changed hands a few times since Versace's death. Number 3. The Pensmore Mansion is located in the Ozark Hills near the small town of Highlandville. The elaborate castle is hidden away in the woods, but can be seen from Highway 65 between Springfield and Branson, if you know where to look. It is one of the largest homes in the entire United States at more than 72,215 square feet, which is gigantic on any scale. To put that into perspective, the White House in Washington, D.C. is a mere 54,900 square feet. Pensmore Mansion renderings. According to building records, construction on the behemoth home with 13 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms began in 2009, but was involved in several lawsuits regarding the concrete building materials which are designed to be earthquake and tornado proof. Several news stories profiled the construction of the castle, including the fact that the owner once stated that he wanted the structure torn down because it wasn't built as strong as initially intended, but it does appear that construction continued following the conclusion of the lawsuits against the material manufacturer. The photographs show what appears to be a construction site. Unpaved road and brown earth surround the mansion, which is about 25% larger than the White House in Washington, D.C. At least 2 cranes, a tractor and about a dozen vehicles were parked around the building. The future of the mansion's construction was in question beginning in 2014 after allegations arose that a cement company with outfits in Kansas City and Springfield had shorted the amount of helix reinforcement fiber that was supposed to go into the building's blast-resistant, weather-defying walls. Huff, the owner, at one point demanded the structure be torn down and rebuilt. A lawsuit was filed, then settled, amicably, in 2017. Number 2. Fairfield, Rennett's estate, is one of the largest homes in the United States. According to Crain's, Rennett's mansion spans 62,000 square feet, which is equivalent to nearly an acre and a half of land. And the property itself is massive, covering 63 acres of prime Hamptons beachfront. It's also one of the most valuable. The home is worth $248 million, according to the Fiscal Times, and would be listed for about $500 million today, one real estate broker told Crain's. 2. There are actually several houses on the estate. In addition to the colossal main home, there's also a playhouse and 2 pool houses at Fairfield. Altogether, the buildings cover more than 110,000 square feet. 3. The mansion has somewhere between 21 and 29 bedrooms, and between 18 and 39 bathrooms, depending on who you ask. By most reports, Fairfield has 29 bedrooms and 39 bathrooms, but Zillow, which collects real estate data using public records. Number 1. Villa Les Cedres. Fit for a king. Inside the world's most expensive house that's selling for £308 million, was once owned by a king and boasts its own ballroom, stables and Olympic swimming pool. The 18,000 square foot Villa Les Cedres perched on a hillside on France's Côte d'Azur hit the market in October and is yet to find a buyer. It also boasts a swanky prime location on the coast of Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat on the south of France. With one of the most beautiful gardens on the continent, the stunning home has 35 acres of manicured lawns, 15,000 plants, and 20 greenhouses brimmed rare tropical flora. The palatial home also features a stunning ballroom and stables for up to 30 horses. Impressively, it also boasts an Olympic-sized swimming pool for a buyer who wishes to keep fit. It is currently owned by Italian drinks company David Campari Milano S.p.A. Les Cedres was built in 1830 and bought in 1850 by the mayor of Villefranche-sur-Mer.
Please don't forget to click subscribe, click like and the notification bell to get more weekly updates.